He wakes up. He sees the sun rise. He brushes his teeth. His teeth are white. He puts on his clothes. His shirt is blue. His shoes are yellow. His pants are brown. He goes downstairs. He gets a bowl. He pours milk and cereal. He eats. He gets the newspaper. He reads. He goes to class. There is an empty seat in front. He sits in the seat. He looks around. There are different people. He says hi to the girl next to him. She smiles. The teacher comes in. She closes the door. Everyone is silent. The first day of school begins. She is thirsty. She gets a glass of water. She begins to walk. She drops the glass. There is water on the floor. The puddle is big. She gets a mop. She wipes the water off. The floor is clean. She gets another glass of water. She drinks it. She is happy. Casey wants a new car. She needs money. She decides to babysit. She takes care of the child. She feeds him lunch. She reads him a story. The story is funny. The child laughs. Casey likes him. The child's mom comes home. The child kisses Casey. Casey leaves. She will babysit him again. Sam is a doctor. He takes care of people. He smiles at them. He gives them medicine. He gives stickers to the younger patients. The younger patients like him. They see him when they are sick. He makes them feel better. This makes him happy. He loves his job. He goes home proud. Jill and Jody are twins. They look the same, but they act differently. Jill likes sports. She is good at basketball and golf. She is also loud. She talks all day. Jody likes reading. She can read 300 pages a day. She is also quiet. She does not like to talk. Jill and Jody still love each other. The book is in the library. Jody goes to the library. She wants to borrow it. She uses her card to check it out. She takes the book back home. She sits on the couch. She reads the first page. It is good. She reads 20 more pages. It is not that good anymore. Jody returns the book. Brenda wants to have a picnic. She gets a basket. She puts sandwiches in the basket. The sandwiches are healthy. They are also tasty. She drives to the park. She lays out a blanket. She hears a sound. It is raining. She folds the blanket back. She puts the food in the basket. Mary goes to the store. The store is very big. The store sells bakery goods. Mary sees a carrot cake. She does not like carrots. She sees a banana nut muffin. It looks good. It costs $2. She buys it. She takes the wrapper off. She takes a big bite. It is crunchy on the outside. It is soft on the inside. Linda loves the park. There is so much to do. First, she looks at the sky. One cloud looks like a dog. Another cloud looks like a sheep. Later, she feeds the ducks. They are hungry. Linda throws breadcrumbs. The ducks enjoy the food. Finally, Linda watches the sun go down. It is beautiful. Sandra cannot see. A bird looks like a pillow. A pillow looks like a marshmallow. A marshmallow looks like a tree. A tree looks like a bee. Sandra goes to a doctor. The doctor gives her glasses. She puts them on. She can see the doctor. His eyes are blue. Everything is clear. Carol walks to the store. The store sells fruits. The fruits are colorful. Strawberries and apples are red. Tangerines and pumpkins are orange. Lemons are yellow. Limes are green. Blueberries are blue. Grapes and plums are purple. Carol's favorite color is purple. She buys a plum. She leaves the store. She bites the plum. It is tasty. He wakes up early. He is tired. He needs breakfast. Breakfast will give him energy. He goes to the kitchen. He pours milk into the bowl. He sees the wheat cereal box. Wheat cereal is healthy. He opens the box. There is a toy inside. It is a small car. She goes to the mall. There are many stores at the mall. She sees a clothing store. She goes inside. There are many different shirts. Some shirts have flowers. Other shirts have stripes. She gets a flowered shirt. It is pink and white. She tries it on. She looks in the mirror. The shirt looks great. His house is white. White is too boring. He goes to the paint store. He looks at the different colors. He sees the red bucket. Red is too daring. He sees the blue bucket. Blue is too sad. He sees the yellow bucket. Yellow is too bright. He sees the green bucket. Green is perfect. The beach is fun. Some people swim in the water. They see who is the fastest. The winner gets a surfboard. Some people lie down on the sand. They want to relax. The kids make sand castles. They try to make the castles big and tall. Later, the water washes the sand castles away. The kids make new ones. The garden is beautiful. The garden is big. There are many flowers. There are pink flowers. There are purple flowers. There are small flowers. There are big flowers. The gardener plants more flowers. There is also a fountain. Kids sit next to it. Kids throw coins in it. Their parents smile. She plays basketball. The game is intense. She stares at her teammate. Her teammate passes the ball to her. She runs to her team's side of the court. She dunks the ball in the basket. Her team is happy. They hug her. They shout her name. The people in the bleachers shout, "Hooray!" Her basketball team won the big game. They want to celebrate. They have to buy some things. They split the work. Patricia goes to the bakery shop. She orders a cake shaped like a basketball. Linda gets the decorations. She buys bottles of bubbles and water balloons. All the team members meet at Mary's house. They celebrate. She stands at the starting line. She wishes her competitors good luck. They are racing to see who is the fastest. She is nervous. Her hands are already sweating. The whistle goes off. She starts to run. She starts slowly for a few minutes. Later, she speeds up. Her competitors are slow. They are tired. She reaches the finish line. She wins.
Miss Smith is a great teacher. She makes math look easy. She also teaches her students how to be great people. Miss Smith feels sick one day. Another teacher substitutes. Mr. Johnson teaches the class instead. Mr. Johnson is a bad teacher. He makes math confusing. He also yells at the students a lot. The students want Miss Smith back. He likes to collect stickers. He likes the way they feel and look. He has over 500. He has animal stickers. They are shiny and big. He has fruit-shaped stickers. They smell good. He even has stickers of bugs. They almost look real. He shows his sticker collection to everyone. Her family is going to another state. It is far away. It will take them 48 hours to get there. They have to prepare. Her mom brings a map so that she knows where to go. Her dad buys sandwiches and bottles of water. She brings a camera. Now they can remember this moment forever. Karen lives in California. Her brother lives in Ohio. They miss each other. They only see each other once a year. Karen calls him every day. She talks about their parents. She also tells him about her day at school. He tells her about his day at college. They never want to say goodbye to each other. Lisa and her grandma go to the beach. They ride their bikes. Grandma still rides like a young girl. She is very fast. Lisa is slow, but she is willing to practice. The two ride their bikes for 4 hours. They decide to relax. Lisa gives her grandma a hug. He hears a sound from outside. He looks out his window. The newspaper has arrived. He loves the newspaper. It's just so interesting. He reads the cover story. It is about a homeless man who won the lottery. Then he looks at the cartoons. They are so funny. He loves the newspaper. The Johnsons realize that they have new neighbors. They visit the Taylors and say hello. The Taylors invite them in. They make spaghetti for the Johnsons to eat. The adults talk about the neighborhood. They also talk about what their jobs are. The kids all play in the Taylors' backyard. They get along well. The Taylors feel at home. She goes to the movie theater. The movie starts to play. A monster appears on the screen. She screams. She is scared. She continues to watch. The screen is completely black. She reaches for some popcorn. The monster screams, "Boo!" She jumps and drops all her popcorn. It is time for the show. He plays a doctor in the play. He is nervous. He goes on the stage. He looks at his audience. There are so many people. They are all staring at him. He is about to speak. He forgets his lines. He goes back. Stephen walks around his town. He trips over something. He looks down. It is a wallet. There are $500 cash, credit cards, and a driver's license in the wallet. Stephen needs to return this to the owner. He takes the wallet to his town's lost and found center. Now the owner can find it. I drive my car. It suddenly stops. I go outside to see what is wrong. It's a flat tire. I need to call a tow truck service, but I do not have my phone with me. I see another car coming. I ask the driver if I could borrow his phone. He says, "Of course." What a nice person. David, Jennifer, and Susan try to find something to do. David wants to eat at a restaurant. Jennifer and Susan already ate. Jennifer wants to sing at a karaoke. David and Susan have sore throats. Susan wants to play tennis. David and Jennifer are lazy. What do they do now? She goes to the market. She wants to buy blueberry muffins. She is not sure if it tastes good. She finds an employee and asks for a sample. The employee cuts a small piece and gives it to her. She tries it. It is good. She buys the pack of muffins. She jumps into her bed. She is ready to sleep. She hears a noise. She looks out her window. She sees a dog howling. She goes outside. The dog is sad. His owner does not feed him. She gets the dog some food. She plays catch with him. His tail wags. Edward is a secretary in a doctor's office. He does a lot of things. He greets patients. He asks for their information. He records their height and weight. He tells them how long they have to wait. He answers phone calls. He always knows what to say. Edward also keeps the files organized. She is a maid for a rich family. She does a lot of things. She does the laundry. She washes the windows. She cooks meals. She cleans the tables. She wipes the floors. She does not like cleaning. However, she likes taking care of the children. She reads to them. She picks them up from school. He walks into his house. The door is already open. The windows are broken. Clothes are all over the place. The furniture is turned upside down. He sees a person in a mask. He is being robbed. He makes sure the robber does not see him. He calls the police. The police arrive quickly. They arrest the bad guy. The hairstylist loves his job. He provides many services. He cuts people's hair shorter. It's very easy for him to do. He charges only $5. He straightens hair. This is hard for him to do. He charges $100. He dyes customers' hair. He lets customers pick any color. He charges $50. People think his prices are fair. She reaches into her pocket. Her cell phone is gone. She looks under her bed. All she sees are some coins. She looks under her couch. All she sees are some pencils. She has an idea. She calls her cell phone number with another phone. She hears a ring. It is coming from the kitchen. She sees her phone above the microwave. She goes to the park. She sees a lot of squirrels. They are small. They are brown. They have furry tails. They run really fast. They have big eyes. They are cute. She goes up to a squirrel. She feeds a nut to the squirrel. The squirrel takes it and runs away. She cannot sleep. She tries exercising. She runs 3 miles around her house. She does 100 jumping jacks. She dances. She goes back to bed. She tries to sleep. She still cannot sleep. She asks her older sister what to do. Her older sister sings her a lullaby. She falls asleep. It is Christmas time. Miss Miller goes to a store. She shops for gifts for her students. She buys 20 stockings. She buys candy canes. She buys school supplies. She buys gingerbread cookies. She puts the items in the stockings. She goes to the cashier. The cashier tells Miss Miller what a nice teacher she is. He has a job interview soon. He wants to be the manager. He needs to prepare. He goes to the barber. He gets a haircut. He goes to the mall. He buys a suit. He goes home. He prints out his resume. He goes to the company. He takes a deep breath. He is ready. She gets an allowance from her parents. They give her $10 a week. She wants more. She asks her parents nicely. They say no. She tries to change their minds. She washes their cars. She makes them dinner. She compliments them. Her parents decide to give her a raise. She will get $15 a week. The big bully enters the cafeteria. He goes to the front of the line. The students do not say anything. They are smaller than him. They are scared. The lunch lady sees the bully being mean. She tells him to get out. The students cheer for the lunch lady. He opens his new bakery shop. The shop sells cake, bread, and muffins. He puts a large sign outside. It says 50% off everything. He hopes to get a lot of customers. Many people start coming in. He greets the customers. They buy his bakery goods. He thanks them for coming. She eats a granola bar. She drops a crumb in the kitchen. She does not realize it. She goes to watch a movie. She comes back to the kitchen. She sees many ants. The ants are all near the crumb. She gets a broom. She sweeps the ants and the crumb away. People go to the park to see the fireworks. They lay out their blankets. They sit on them and watch. The fireworks are amazing. Some are big and loud. Others are small and quiet. The fireworks appear in different colors. Some are red. Some are green. Some are gold. She goes to the library. She looks at the mystery section. She takes 2 books from the shelf. She goes to the romance section. She does not take any books from that shelf. The romance books seem boring. She takes some cooking magazines. She goes to the checkout desk. It is raining. She wears a yellow raincoat. Her body is warm. She wears a knitted hat. Her head is warm. She wears a gray scarf. Her neck is warm. She wears rain boots. Her feet are warm. She wears mittens. Her hands are warm. She gets an umbrella. She goes outside. She pours the cereal into a bowl. She needs milk. She goes to the refrigerator. She gets the milk. She pours the milk into the bowl. She tastes it. Yuck! It tastes bad. She checks the milk carton. The expiration date was last week. She throws it away. No one should drink it. Miss White goes to a clothing store. The dresses are on sale. She buys a dress for her daughter. It is blue with yellow flowers. Miss White takes the dress home. Her daughter tries it on. It doesn't fit. It is too tight. Miss White goes back to the store. She wants her money back. The cashier says, "Sorry, all sales are final." Ruth is a lifeguard. She wears a bright red shirt. She has a whistle. She sits on a tall chair. She looks at the swimmers at the beach. She makes sure everything is okay. She looks out for danger. When people are drowning, she saves them. People like her. She makes them feel safe. Ruth loves her job. Mr. Green wants his students to work together on a project. Anthony, Brian, and Carol are all in one group. Anthony is lazy. He does not do anything. Brian and Carol have to do all the work. They cannot finish. Mr. Green is upset. Brian and Carol tell Mr. Green that Anthony didn't do anything. Mr. Green gives them one more day to finish. She knits a lot of things. She knits scarves. She knits hats. She knits sweaters. She knits mittens. She wears what she makes. She wears them for winter. She stays warm. She gives the stuff she knits to her friends, too. Her friends love them. She also sells what she knits. Her customers buy them. She looks at her phone. It is 3 inches long and 2 inches wide. She loves her phone. She uses it all the time. She brings it everywhere. She talks to her friends on it. She plays games on it. She plans her schedule on it. She checks her email on it. Winter break starts soon. Joseph is so excited. He can't stop smiling. He can't wait. He taps his foot. He plays with his pencils. He looks at the clock. He thinks of the snow. He is ready to make snowballs. He is ready to go skiing. She is thirsty. She wants a smoothie. She gets a blender. She puts the strawberries inside. Next, she pours milk inside. Finally, she adds some sugar. She presses the button. The blender mixes the ingredients. She pours the liquid into a glass. She drinks some. It tastes delicious. She drinks all of it. She cleans the blender. Everyone knows that practice makes perfect. Michelle practices swimming once every 2 weeks. She is not that good. She gets third place. Sarah practices once a week. She is better than Michelle. She gets second place. Sharon practices every day. She is very good. She gets first place. He looks at his stuffed bear. It is 6 inches tall. It is light brown. It has blue eyes. It is wearing a striped scarf. It is soft. He brings it everywhere. He brings it to school. He brings it to soccer practice. He brings it to restaurants. He even brings it to weddings. High school students get lockers. Lockers are awesome. You can put books in it. You can put food in it. You can put a first aid kit in it. Thanks to lockers, you don't have to carry so much stuff. You can even decorate your lockers. You can stick posters in it. There are a lot of skunks in the park. The skunks spray their odor. The park smells very bad now. The family goes to the park for a picnic. They have lots of food. They smell something funny. They see the skunks. They do not want to eat anymore. They go home. Kimberly walks outside. She likes looking at her neighborhood. She also likes the fresh air. She bumps into someone. She looks at him. It is an old friend. He smiles. He says he likes the fresh air too. They hug. They talk about their memories. They laugh. Mary does well on her test. She smiles. Patricia wins the drawing contest. She smiles. David watches a great movie. He smiles. Mary, Patricia, and David are happy. Linda breaks her leg. She goes to the hospital. Barbara gets last place in the race. Jeff does bad on his test. Linda, Barbara, and Jeff are sad. She turns on the TV. Her favorite TV show is on. It is 30 minutes long. It is about the slowest animals on earth. She has a slow animal herself. It is a turtle. The turtle is quiet and cute. It is green. She watches TV with her turtle. She is very talented. She is good at taking tests. She is good at dancing. She is good at singing. She is good at teaching. She is good at fishing. She is good at playing the cello. She is good at making scarves. She is good at running. She is good at cooking. He hears a loud noise. He looks out the window. He sees a motorcycle. It is on the road. It is black and silver. It has 2 wheels. There is a man on the motorcycle. He wears a helmet. He wears sunglasses. He wears a leather jacket. He is riding the motorcycle. It is time for the award ceremony. She gets the first place medal. It is circular. It is gold. It has a picture of a ballet dancer. She deserves the medal. The audience cheers. Her parents scream her name. Her brother throws a rose at her. She bows. He eats a lot of candy. He needs to clean his teeth now. He does not want cavities. He goes to the bathroom. He flosses between his teeth. He grabs his toothbrush. He brushes his teeth up and down. He rinses his mouth. His teeth look white. Finally, he uses mouthwash. She loves ketchup. She puts ketchup on fried chicken. She puts ketchup on French fries. She puts ketchup on eggs. She puts ketchup on hamburgers. She puts ketchup on hot dogs. She puts ketchup on fried shrimp. She puts ketchup on sandwiches. She even puts ketchup on candy. Sometimes she drinks ketchup. She wants to make a peanut butter sandwich. It is easy to make. She goes to the market. She buys what she needs. She goes back home. She goes to the kitchen. She takes out a knife and puts it in the peanut butter jar. She spreads the peanut butter on 2 slices of bread. She puts the slices together and takes a bite. Magazines are fun to read. There is usually someone famous on the cover. Sometimes it is an actress. Sometimes it is a politician. Sometimes it is a chef. You can flip through the pages of a magazine. There are interesting stories. The stories are usually about important events. Some are sad. Some are happy. It is daytime. The sky is bright blue. The sun is shining. There are many clouds in the sky. She looks at them. The clouds have different shapes. One of them looks like a heart. Another looks like a bird. She continues to look at the clouds. Summer ends. Autumn begins. Autumn is perfect. It is not too hot like summer. It is not too cold like winter. She wakes up. She looks out her window. The leaves are falling. Some leaves are orange. Some leaves are brown. She sees her dad raking the leaves. She goes outside. She helps her dad. The young girl is hungry. Her parents do not feel like cooking. They go to a restaurant nearby. A waitress takes them to an empty table. The family sits down. The waitress gives them menus. The family looks at them. They order spaghetti and lobster. They wait for their food. He works at the grocery store. He is the manager. He has a different uniform from his co-workers. His is red. His co-workers' uniforms are blue. He makes sure everyone is doing their job. He tells them how to do better. He goes around the store. He asks customers if they're okay. She is going to a party. She has to dress nicely. She puts on a pearl necklace. She puts red lipstick on her lips. She wears a long white dress. She puts on sparkly shoes. She puts diamond earrings on her ears. She puts a ruby ring on her finger. She is ready to leave the house. It is snowing. She is cold. She puts on a jacket. She puts a scarf around her neck. She puts mittens on her hands. She sits close to the fireplace. Her dad taps her on the shoulder. She turns around. He gives her a cup of hot chocolate. She is excited. He goes to his backyard. He sees something. It is small and slimy. It is a lizard. He puts it on his hand. He brings it inside his house. He shows it to his parents. He tells them he wants to keep it. They say no. They say lizards need to be outside. He goes to his backyard. He lets the lizard go. He likes apples. His neighbor has an apple tree. He walks to his neighbor's house. He knocks on the door. Miss Parker opens it. She says hello. He asks her if he could get some apples. She lets him. He picks the best apples. He tastes one. It is sweet. He lives in a tall building. He lives on the 100th floor. He wakes up. He looks out the window. He sees the sun rise. He sees other buildings. He sees the mountains. He looks down. The people look so small. The stores look small too. What an interesting view. She goes to the carnival. She enters the pie eating contest. She sits down on a chair. There are many pies in front of her. She cannot use her hands. She begins to eat. She eats the apple pie first. It takes her 5 minutes to finish it. She eats 10 more pies. He has 2 jackets with zippers. One of them is light blue. The other one is brown. He has 2 jackets without zippers. One of them has his name on it. The other one has his high school's name on it. He has 2 long jackets. One of them has buttons. The other one does not. He likes all his jackets. She has 2 pairs of high heels. One of them has laces. The other one has a zipper. She has 2 pairs of running shoes. One of them is shiny. The other one is bright. She has 2 pairs of ballet flats. One of them is pink. The other one is brown. She wears her shoes to parties. He plays basketball. He wants to play for the Los Angeles Lakers. He goes to the basketball court every day. He practices his free throws. He stands before the free throw line. He throws the basketball in the net. He misses. He tries again. It goes in the net this time. He practices for 2 more hours. Basketball is about teamwork. Teammates must be able to pass the ball. Robert is far from the hoop. He passes the ball to Edward. Edward catches it. He is far from the hoop too. He passes the ball to Mark. Mark catches it. Mark is close to the hoop. He throws the ball in. It goes in the net. Laura and Donald play tennis together. They go to the tennis court. Laura wants to practice her serves. She stands behind the line. She throws the ball up. She hits it with the racket. It goes over the net. Donald sees the ball. He hits it with the racket. It goes to Laura's side. The ball keeps going back and forth. She is a waitress. She works at a restaurant. A customer walks in. She walks him to a table. She gives him a menu. She puts a plate, fork, and spoon in front of him. He orders fried chicken. She smiles. She is very quick. She gives him his meal. He finishes eating. He gives her a big tip. Clowns are cool. They look funny. They wear face paint. They wear big shoes. They wear colorful wigs. They do funny things. They juggle balls. They make balloon animals. They do magic tricks. They tell jokes. Clowns work at many places. Sometimes they perform at parties. Sometimes they perform at circuses. They make people laugh everywhere. She wants to get across the lake. She sees a boat. There is a sailor in it. The sailor stops the boat. She gives him some money. He rows the boat. She sits in the boat. It is brown. It is made of wood. The boat reaches the other side. She thanks the sailor. She gets out. She starts reading a book. It is hard to understand. The words are very advanced. She does not know what they mean. She gets a dictionary. She wants to know what facile means. She finds the word. It means too simple. She looks up other difficult words. She rereads the book. She understands it better. Robert plays catch with William. Robert throws the ball to William. The ball is too high for him to catch. The ball goes over the bush. It is in the neighbor's yard now. The boys knock on the neighbor's door. Mr. Carter opens the door. They ask if they can get their ball back. He is mad. They say sorry. He says it is okay this time. He finishes watching a scary movie. His parents tell him to go to sleep. He goes into his bed. He turns off the light. He cannot fall asleep. He keeps thinking about the movie. He is scared of the dark. What if a ghost attacks him? He goes to his parents' room. He sleeps there. Betty opens up her present. It is a snow globe. She shakes it. Glitter falls down. She looks inside the globe. It is Santa Claus. He has a white beard and a big belly. He has a bag of presents. He only gives gifts to good kids. Betty is a good kid. She hopes Santa Claus visits her. She gets into her car. She puts on her seatbelt. She starts to drive. She drives at a good speed. It is not safe to drive too fast. It is also not safe to drive too slow. The traffic light is yellow. She slows down. The traffic light turns red. She stops completely. She waits. It turns green. She drives. You can do a lot of things at the beach. You can lie down on a towel. Remember to put sunblock on. You don't want your skin to burn. You can make sand castles. Show your creativity. You can surf in the water. Watch out for the big waves. Finally, you can watch the sunset. The oven makes a sound. The apple pie must be ready. She puts on an oven mitt. She takes out the pie. She puts it on the table. It smells so good. It looks so good. It is too hot. She must let it cool. She goes up to her room to wait. She has very long hair. It reaches her waist. She goes to the hair salon. She waits. She reads a magazine. The barber calls her name. She sits down. She says she wants her hair to be short. The barber cuts 12 inches off. The barber asks if she likes her haircut. She looks in the mirror. She likes it. Margaret is at a concert. There are so many people. It is completely dark. Her favorite band is on stage. The guitarist starts strumming. Colorful lights start to appear on stage. The lead singer sings Margaret's favorite song. She cheers for the band. She puts her hands up in the air. She turns on the TV. The news is playing. She thinks news is boring. She goes to the next channel. A cooking show is playing. The chef is making a cake. She does not like cake. She goes to the next channel. A cartoon show is playing. It is about an elephant and a mouse. It looks funny. She puts the remote control down. She watches. She wants to buy a new laptop. It costs $1,000. She only has $500. She saves up to buy the laptop. She does not eat at restaurants. She does not buy any more clothes. She only buys things on sale. She gets many jobs. She babysits. She works at the bank. She keeps saving money. He is hungry. All the restaurants nearby are closed. He finds a vending machine. There are many snacks inside. There are drinks, too. He puts $1 in. He wants a bag of chips. He pushes the button for chips. He puts his hand in the machine. He gets his chips. She is hungry. She wants an apple. She walks outside. She goes to her car. She drives to the market. She sees a lot of apples. The green apples look sour. The red apples look sweet. She takes a red apple. She goes to the cashier. She gives him money. She eats the apple. It is November 23rd. Parents are buying turkey. The kids are waiting to eat. The parents bring home the turkey. The doorbell rings. The mother opens the door. Her friend comes in. Everyone sits at the table. They begin to eat.
He woke up. He got out of bed. He went to the restroom and took a shower. The water was cold at first. He made it warm. He took 10 minutes to shower. He stepped out of the shower. The floor became wet. He grabbed a towel. He wrapped it all around him. He went to his bathroom mirror. He saw his reflection. He looked handsome. He had grown facial hair. It was time for him to shave it. He grabbed the shaving cream and poured some in his hand. He spread the shaving cream around his face. He grabbed the razor and started shaving. He cut himself by accident. It started bleeding. He was not hurt. He washed his face and applied aftershave. He put a Band-Aid on his cut. The cut stung him a little. He dried himself and started getting ready for work. She came back home from work. She looked at the clock and yawned. It was 9 o'clock. She went to her bedroom and put on her pajamas. She got her blanket. She lied down on her bed. The room was cold. She got up and went to her closet to get extra blankets. She lied down again and covered herself. She fell asleep. She woke up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water. She drank the glass of water. She walked back to her bedroom. She yawned and fell asleep. 2 hours passed. She woke up and went to the restroom. She heard a noise outside her window. She looked out the window to see what it was. It was a black cat climbing a tree. She hushed the cat. The cat ran away. She went back to bed. She closed her eyes and fell asleep. She slept very little. It was nighttime. He went out to walk his dog. His dog was big. The dog's name was Max. "Let's go, Max," he said to his dog. He walked past his neighbor's house. He saw there were no lights in the house. His neighbor was not home. He walked past the market. There were people shopping for groceries. He remembered he needed milk. He tied Max to a pole. "Wait here, Max," he said. He walked inside the market. It took 15 minutes to buy the milk. He untied Max and continued walking. He walked back to his house. He let Max inside the house. It was time to feed Max. He served Max a bowl of dog food. Max ate it quickly. It was late. He took Max to the backyard. Max slept in a doghouse. He said good night to Max. Max barked. It was a hot day. The sun was shining in the sky. The air was sticky. It was a Sunday afternoon. Jane was thirsty. She went to the kitchen to get a drink. She opened her refrigerator. There was nothing to drink inside. Jane grabbed some lemons and a big pitcher. She cut the lemons in two. She filled the large pitcher with water. She squeezed the lemons into the pitcher of water. She opened her cabinet to get the sugar. She poured some sugar into the pitcher of water and lemon juice. She had made lemonade. She took a sip of the lemonade. It needed more sugar. She grabbed the bag of sugar and poured a little more. She took another sip. The lemonade tasted sweet. All it needed now was ice. She opened the refrigerator to grab some ice. There was no ice. It was a cold night. The moon was bright and round. The wind blew cold through the window. Jim got up from his couch and closed it. Jim was shivering because it was cold. He rubbed his hands together. Jim went to the kitchen. He wanted to make coffee. He opened his cabinet. He grabbed the can of coffee beans. He opened the lid. He held the can up to his nose. He took a deep breath. It smelled like fresh coffee beans. Jim loved the smell of coffee. He loved drinking coffee more. He poured the beans into the coffee maker. He grabbed a pitcher and put it under the machine. He pressed a button and it started brewing. Jim started shivering again. He moved around to warm his body. The machine took 15 minutes to finish. Jim poured the coffee into the mug. He drank it all. The coffee warmed his body. He stopped shivering.